All right, here we go. We got a connection. YouTube Live. John McKeag here, Liberty Aid Academy. We're going to do the business crash course. It's Monday at noon, and I got a lot of do's to talk about today. And what's this business crash course about? Let's just tell you right up front, okay? Any business in America could be tax free. That's right. Any business in America could be tax free. It's the law. It's legal. Been posted proof for a decade, and you can check out the testimonials, all of which have a notarized affidavit with them. So this is true. This is just information you didn't know about. I'm an accountant with 40 years of experience, an MBA, and a master's in accounting. And I posted my own proof first. My proof has been up for over a decade now that everything I do is completely fine. It works. Everything's fine. Actually, it's getting to the point where we have such a great system here at Liberty Aid Academy that I really people don't need me as much, to be honest with you. Our training is so good; it works for everyone. I'm here, you can get me by consultation, and the really interesting shift that's happened. The good part that we're having here at Liberty Aid Academy is we have this online forum. Okay, it's called the Classroom, and it's a totally private forum. It doesn't use any outside social media or any like that. It has no public connection to anyone. So it's only for students of the school. It's completely private. You have to be a student. They can get a login. Like any university, you're going there and you log on to their system and you get information for the school, right? Okay. Uh, Hey, 702 Arts Digital Media. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for the shout out. And anyone else? Hey, yeah, if you got any comments or anything to say, any questions, any thoughts like that, I'm here to help you. So just, put them in the chat there and I'll get to them, okay? Please. Thanks. And thanks for comment. I want to make this useful for you, each individual out there. So if you have a thought on your mind or whatever that I can help with, let me know, please. I want to be here to help you. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Oh, this forum we have, this private forum, and if you're a student, you got to get in it, okay? Because it's taken on such a great life of its own. I had no idea how great it would be. People don't need me in consults as much. You know, uh, Things are a lot smoother because our training works and so on like that. But having a place where people can sort of like ask their questions and get feedback from other students, not just from me, right? I'm in there helping answer questions and stuff. So it's like a classroom setting, right? It's like I'm there, the one that has the information teacher, what have you, if you will, right? Professor, like that, and everyone's in there. So this question comes up, and I have a thought, and da da da, and I'm not the only adult in the room that has this knowledge, and some of the people have had this information for a long time and have been doing a lot. So you get my feedback. But let's say it's a question about, yeah, but what about specifically in Texas? You know what I mean? And oh, okay, there's somebody in Texas. Like, well, guess what? My experience is da 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 da. Because I can't have experience in every state doing every little thing. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many people in there doing this that I'm kind of needed a lot less, which is wonderful, which is wonderful. So I plan to cut my spiritual work off to the side here, and it's good. I'm donating 100% of the revenue, all the profit from now on, 100% of all the past expenses, right? Whatever we make past the expenses, and we keep our expenses as low as possible. Um, to serve you and keep our course prices as low as they can be. But I'm donating 100% of everything that there is afterwards toward Christian Ministries Trust, the first trust I ever started. And I'm going to focus on my spiritual work over there only as a Christian minister. I'm going to focus a lot of energy, a lot of effort over there. I'm going to move all my spiritual work there and advance it over there. And keep this information at Liberty Aid Academy. This financial information is really is perfect, you know? And I don't want to cloud the issue anymore. Like, oh, what's the spiritual work and this financial work? They do go together, okay? And if someone wants to get that information, they can come over to Christian Ministries Trust. But listen, the people that have been watching me for years and years have been seeing that, oh, okay, as an individual, I got completely censored on a lot of topics. So it's like, oh, let me make a school. Then I could teach it. It's just a school of teaching this information. Okay, that helped me to a certain level, but with the spiritual information, it needs a separate structure that keeps it so the information stays up and available, okay? Which has been very difficult. And so we're going to house it, under the 100% under Christian Ministries Trust, okay? It's a church, literally, and I am going to, with that entity, I'm going to work less online and more face to face. So, like, think street preaching and baptism face to face and so on, and that kind of work I'm going to do. Zcon, hey Jack, just bought your trust course. Well, that's fabulous. I'm super happy. Thank you for the donation. And now all donations go to this Christian Ministries Trust, my ministries, my spiritual work for people, which I spend most of my time now on and have for many years in public. And so, and this financial work, it's flawless, honestly. It works for everyone. It doesn't have any hiccups. The training, I've been doing it for so many years. People no longer have like, what's going on? They just, it's really super smooth. And our process at the school with the people working here and so on, super smooth too. Caroline and Tammy helping in your emails and so on. They know, they've been doing this for a lot of years, and they know how to do it. And not looking to build any more financial coursework or so on. What I'm going to do is just add to the current structure this here. Oh, here's another mentor video. Something else came up. Of course, I'm going to put it in there so it remains current. Everything will remain current. That's why, as a student, you log in, right? Oh, I'm going to log in. Well, it's all current online. Whenever you log in, any updates, that's current that day. Pow. You see what I'm saying? So we don't email out stuff or nothing like that because who knows if it's current. You log into the school, all the information is current, and we'll keep it updated. But it's not going to be completely changing in any way. The trust hasn't changed for years, right? There's been no reason to change it since I started it. The instructions have gotten a little, say, more detailed or something like that. Based on people's questions, more frequently asked questions, information like that handled a little better based on everybody's feedback over the years. But it has been so good. I mean, I've been giving my time away at different courses and packages and so on, but we can, that's this special that we're running is good with a lot of my time in it and so on. My time isn't needed as much due to the classroom. So we're looking to make a few changes to, not much, minor changes, no big changes whatsoever, okay? The school is humming along so smoothly, working so well. We don't want to change anything. You see what I'm saying? We don't. We're going to have one course, Mechanic Mastery Trust, get all the information together and get a huge discount, or pick it out a la carte. That's all going to remain the same. The school's the same, the structure's the same, how it teaches the same, how you're going to get the information the same. This online forum we call the classroom now, it's going to remain the same because it works so great. So I'm just saying my time hasn't been as needed, and we're not in there just building the school and making courses and doing all this stuff and doing a lot of that anymore. We're not doing that a lot. So I'm going to, after a decade of doing this, literally, I'm going to be able to shift, my attention over to focusing on the spiritual work and putting it over on the ChristianMinistriesTrust.org website at some point in the very near future. So just look for that, information to go over there, and I'm just letting you know that you'll have me here at the school. That's going to remain the same. But as far as the hours needed, it's so easy for me to this classroom place is so good. This forum, you could post a link or a document or a photo or just anything in there. My question is this: box 7A, and you know, it's with a bunch of people, so it's really you get down to every single detail of the answer of every question. It's a great way to engage. That's why I guess a lot of online schools have gone to online work like that, because it really, as a teacher, I'm trying to get my information across, and it's going so well lately, which is a good thing. Let's see. I'm about to get into this, but we got a few feedbacks here. Let's see what we got here. Thanks for your time, Zeitcon, or Zcon, depending if it's like a German pronunciation or American, right? Thanks for your time. I run an online research website and offer DVDs by donation. Oh, that's nice. I want to fold that business into a trust. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we use a trust to operate online and have for a decade. So, I mean, yeah, great. Works perfectly. Happy to help. Glad you got the trust course. It'll do exactly what you just asked about. Yay. Uh, Wonderful. Marie, purchase your course. Great. The thing seems has changed. What's different? Uh, not not too much has changed, I don't think. It depends on what course you're talking about. We have not been able to put up our debt course information. I have found a way around that, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think I found a cure for that that's permanent. And so if you're asking about that work, I can't put it up and keep the school, but it works too well. So, see, this is some of my work is just so good that I have to fold it over into the church, okay? Because a church has freedom of speech, at least, right? A school doesn't. I learned that, but a church must. A Christian minister must. Okay, there's a separation of church and state. So, look for this information elsewhere soon. Uh, but other than that, Marie, we have some other information available, but not super much has changed. The mentor program, basically, I guess, you get the trust, and then how to use it is a Business Finance 101. That's how you build credit for the trust. And then the mentor program is how you do everything else with the trust, okay? All the financial hacks, the free stuff, all that I'm going to go into, that's in the mentor program, and the spiritual works in the inner circle, which is I'm going to be moving that. So if you want it in this way at the super discount and all that stuff, this is a good time to get it. Uh, so the information is not going to be changing and so on. It's just I'm going to keep the financial work. Just it works so well. I just want to get it to more people in this wonderful little way that we have it. Cut off the spiritual work over here so that I don't have to talk about it in a limited way and connect it with finances and so on. And I could just really focus on that, which, because I've been doing this a decade, this financial work with proof, and it really works. So there isn't going to be another hidden financial system. You follow me? I found it. It works. You can use it. There's not another one. There's not going to be any more. Oh, guess what? There's another secret. No, I've already found all that. I've already done all the hacks for you. So and they're not going to be changing because this is what the wealthy elite do. Okay, they're not going to change their system. It would be too much work for them. They're, if anything, they're lazy. Okay, so okay, uh, Zycoin. Also have a consulting business. They get paid for 1099, cool. And would like to just manage it and have the trust and everything. Cool, cool. Yes, that works too. The W-9 will be filled out in the name of the trust. You get the trust, and then the mentor program tells you how to do everything, tells you how to fill out that W-9 and what, why. Yeah, no, 100%, no problem. No, they'll be automatically, when you open the trust, open the bank account, connect it to these two business items that you mentioned here, on at that moment, boom, okay? They're connected and using this bank account for your trust, okay? At that moment, automatically, all right? No more IRS taxes, no more federal taxes of any kind, period. No matter what you do financially within that bank account, as long as you use that bank account, that's it. And I say bank account, I say it can be uh, a crypto account. It can be, you know what I mean, an account for the trust. I know you're in different kinds of money and stuff like that. Well, not only saying bank. I'm saying as long as you use that organization, your trust, to do all your financial everythings. Okay. I don't want you coming off this and be like, well, I wonder if he meant. No, no. As long as you use your trust for everything financial, the way you used to use your person or an LLC or whatever, as long as you use this trust in the future for everything, automatically no reporting to the IRS, automatically it's a non-reporting 501c3 status. Non-reporting. No filling out forms every year. No paying the IRS taxes every year. It's the best. Nothing could be better. It's impossible, right? It's just you got all this time and money back, boom, instantly. So I hope I explained that. You could also it's just so much convenience to this. It's almost impossible to go into how phenomenal this is. It's so beautiful. It's so wonderful. Uh, because you're like, oh, well, what else can you get? You can get so many other things for your business for this. It's really wonderful. The Business Finance 101 teaches you how to build credit for your trust too. It's not just the tax issue. And then it's like you get into the mentor thing, you realize, oh, I see what he's talking about, all this free money and so on. Even if you have a business, that all that stuff is, you'd be like, oh, what? That's all available too? Yes. So you use this, you automatically get this status, and then you get in the mentor program, you're like, okay, what else can I do with this with my business? How else do I do all these other things? You get it there, it's like, okay, what applies to you the most? It's like, okay, well, I'll do that first. For someone who maybe, well, my current situation, I'd like to get that free phone. You know what I mean? Click, 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 there they go, and they get the free phone. Oh, free phone. No more, phone bill, da, da, da. Okay, maybe that's you. Maybe, I sell a lot online, or taxes are killing me. I need that state tax thing. So you get your, trust open. Yay, no more federal tax. You apply for your state tax. Boom, I got it. That has great meaning for you. It depends on what your situation is as to, what is the thing that you really need to do first, second, third, and stuff like that. Because you open up the trust. Yay, tax free. Yay, yay. Forever. Yay. Hooray. But then it's like, okay, what are these other options, tactics are kind of like methods, right? What are these other options I could do with the trust? You go look at them, you're like, oh, what? Some of you are like, what? No property tax? I'm going to go into all this stuff, right? Actually, I go into that list of free things and everything on Thursday at 7 p.m. Yay. That is the trust crash course. But I'm just saying for the business crash course, there's a lot of business information too. What should I do? This W-9, 1099. You get in there, you do what applies to you in the mentor program. Whatever your situation, the methodology is in there. It's great. It's indexed under single topic too. It's wonderful. It's all current. It's fresh. It's current. I did it, this year. It's wonderful. With a lot of feedback from people to know it's working and all that. Did it myself, all this stuff. It's so wonderful. So you get in there, you learn how to do everything. And another great thing about this too. Now, when you have a business, right, you're like, oh, okay, this is, I do two things. Like we were just talking about. There was this DVDs by donation, and I'm going to use your example. And it might, be helpful to explain this to you. DVDs by donation and this other thing with 1099, a consulting business. Okay, that's two items, okay? Now, normally you'd be like, I need maybe a separate LLC or use my person or whatever, for these two different streams of income. I got to track them both and expenses, and I got to report and all this other crap. There's separate things. Well, that all goes away, right? You don't have to track that, for taxes and so on. it's so great. So you could have one trust operating, right, doing many different kinds of operations, whatever you choose. Like, let's say the two you're currently engaged in. You would do, uh, okay, I open up one trust account, and the first trust account I recommend for almost everyone. There are exceptions to the trading as well, but most people, it's going to be your first and last name trust, right? You have ID. You're like, here. You're like, hey, I'm opening a trust. They're like, and the trust department is always like, yeah. And you're not throwing any red flags. You're like, first and last name trust. Here's your ID. They're like, great, come on in. No red flags. Come in. Here's your business. Here's your bank account, and you can go off and use it. Boom, that's it. So then it's super easy. From okay, I got these two businesses. What do I do? Right? Okay, first one. The DVDs thing by donation. Let's say that's PayPal or whatever. Okay, I'm just going to use an example that may not quite be correct, but let's just use it, okay? People do a PayPal to that. Okay, well, you get a PayPal, name your trust, and you connect that PayPal to your trust bank account. You take the donations, you put it in there, you do the same thing you did before, but only in the name of your trust. So, no reporting, no taxes, and all the other things you want to get out of it through the mentor program that apply to you in your situation. Okay? But wait, there's more. This is so fun. I love going deep into this because it's so much better than anyone thinks. It's so wonderful. Okay, now we're on to the second thing, okay? Now we're doing, got a consulting business, I do W-9, I get a 1099, da 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 da. Okay, well, what happens with that? Let's go through that, okay? So, this is what happens. You fill out a W-9, da da da, the trust. Hey, you'll engage with whoever you're doing this with and say, hey, I need to send you a new 1099. A new W-9. Because that's the way you initiate it, right? Send them a W-9, a new one. And they have a new one, and when they get to the end of the year, they're like, oh, okay. They create what's called a 1099. And it's a triplicate form because the IRS goes to whoever worked for them, in this case, your trust, and they keep one, right? The IRS knows you're non-reporting and tax-free. You know your trust is non-reporting and tax-free, right? It's not up to whoever you engage with the W-9 to know. They don't need to know anything about taxable status of any entity. They just send a 1099. They don't, whatever, right? That's just the rule. You fill out a W-9, they send a 1099. Here are the earnings. They don't know whether you're taxable. That's not on them. Every situation is different. They're just sending you the info. So, what do you do with the 1099? Nothing. Nothing. Keep it, throw it away. You don't do anything with it. You're non-reporting. So, it's so beautiful, right? No paperwork to do. And what have you done? You're using one bank account to do two streams of information because we don't have all those other rules like, oh, this is that, and this money is called that money, and this money is called that money, and this money is taxable money by this and that, blah, 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 right? All that goes away. Hey, and so now business is back to what it should have been in the first place, right? Giving good service to whoever you're interacting with, right? Making sure your DVDs get there, or however your consulting is. You're just focused on doing that, right? Whatever you're doing that, and you're not reporting, you're not doing that. So the managing of money at that point is just about management. Oh, is there money in the bank account? I got to pay these expenses coming up. It turns into not what we call accounting, not tax accounting, right? Management accounting. You're just managing your money. That's all. That's all. You see, it's so simple that I take the time on Mondays to do this business crash course because it's so simple to do. It's basically doing everything you're doing exactly now. Nothing happens to your clients. They don't even need to know anything that happened with the trust. Nothing changes, right? Oh, I sent another piece of paper, W-9 for the consulting business, and the other thing was just a PayPal. Here's my PayPal. It's connected. Here it is. Pay. And that's it. You see, this is a back end. Are people asking what's your bank account right now? Who asking you about that information for your current business? No, no, no. They don't care. That's just it's just like, oh, I want your DVD. Where do I pay? Click, click. That's it, right? So using a real world example, super easy, right? And that was your question. How do I connect entities to the trust? You connect entities to the trust however you connect them now. So I've had like contractors go, oh, so because of the trust, people pay me in check. I'm like, okay, well, you know how your invoice says make check payable to the, and it says da da trust, and they make that check payable to it. That's it. It's so simple, you see. Okay, and the any other thing is like, okay, well, your bank account is in the name of the trust. Okay, easy. You open it, and then whatever payment gateway or whatever you want to call it, payment processor, whatever you want to call it, Stripe, or whatever platform, okay? eBay, Shopify, Poshmark, uh, you know, on and on, right? Stripe, PayPal, just however you're going to interact financially, whatever platform, whatever you're doing, you just simply do it through the trust. That's how you do it in business. You have to do it anyway. You're going to be like, oh, I'm starting an eBay account. Well, you're going to have to start one and have one. You have it in the name of the trust. Okay, say it's already have an account. Well, you change your bank account that it pays into. Okay, that's it. Easy. That's all. So, uh, distribution. You're not confused. Good. That's trying to use a real example, and try to be useful to the individual that's our current student. Yeah, thank you for the support. We're here to make your process easy and happy and all that. So I want to answer any thoughts or questions that come up for whomever. That's our role here. Teach you how to do this in the least amount of time possible, right? Business people are like, well, yeah, but how long does it take? I was like, man, you could get this done in one business day. Like you could like get it on a Friday, learn it on a look into it, trade, absorb it, and make your appointment for Monday. Open up your bank account and switch your business over to no taxes and non-reporting. You can do that. Could you take a couple extra days or a week to process it? Yeah, this is self-guided learning. Go at your own pace, but really you could do that. We make it that easy to do, and flawless, problem-free. No one has problems with us. There's no blowback. No, not for anyone. Go watch all the videos, the testimonials. Okay, so boy, that was a long intro. That was a half-hour intro. What is Liberty Aid Academy? Let me make sure I'm unlocking this. Good. I have to shrink me a little bit here. All right. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. What is Liberty Aid Academy? Liberty Aid Academy teaches our students to radically improve their lifestyle with legal, easy-to-use financial methods not widely known but proven by testimonials to work for all of our students. Our courses all use copyrighted, unique material only used at our school. All our students' testimonials have a notarized affidavit proving their outcomes, and testimonials are 100% real by real people just like you. So these are the courses. You get the trust, you open it up, yay, oh my god, the debit card, it works, what? Yes. Then you're like, oh man, what's that? How do you could build credit? Yeah, Business Finance 101. Then it's like, oh, well, we're not on Patreon anymore, but we have everything on the website. You get in the mentor program, you learn how to do everything with the trust, right? Everything. You learn how to do everything with the trust, yay. And the inner circle is the hidden truth to this arena we find ourselves in, that I'm going to be moving over to Christian Ministries Trust over there. 100% of all All profits, 100% of all profits, everything past the expenses that we have here at the school, I will now be donating 100% to Christian Ministries Trust for the advancement of the spiritual technology that I'm doing. Most notably, the free homework and really uh, helping people face to face. Because I'm really blocked from a ban or shadow ban everywhere online. So I have to take this face to face with people, my spiritual work. So it's just gonna, all this great financial information that has worked for a decade is gonna be right here, working for you. And after you make your donation, this is what it looks like right here. All right. Let me get myself out of the way of this again. All right. I don't block it out. I'm gonna move myself up here. So, whoop, here we go. Okay, so you make your donation, right? And you see where it says all courses purchased. You just click on that, and all your course information is right in there. That's it. Get your login. There it is. Okay. And the one in the middle, we've had all these. We've been doing this a long time. And so you click in the middle there. That's all the FAQs. We've heard a lot of questions from people. Click. Let's go look at those. The things that are most pertinent. Okay. And the community forum on the left, that's what we're calling the classroom now. You've got any students at our school, God, you got to get in that. That's just every day gets better because there's more posting is in there, more feedback, more exacting information on forums in different states, and all this stuff is so wonderful. You gotta get in there. Any current students, listen, this is a free part of you going to this school. You have to get in there. There's so much information. It's really, you know, email, like all the email questions we've been getting from current students. I'm like, yeah, get in there. It's amazing what you're going to learn, okay? Okay, we got a little bit of feedback here. Marie, I opened my personal trust in my name. Yes, good. And everything is connected. I use it daily. Great. Haven't opened a business trust yet. Once open, can I connect both trusts and transfer funds? Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Good question, Marie. Great question. Absolutely. That's the beauty of. I really recommend more than one bank, right? What if a bank changes policy or gets bought by somebody else or blah, blah, blah. And a business, think about it this way. What if you had a chargeback situation or your account had nothing to do with the trust or nothing like that, and oh man, I gotta fix that. And you fix it, but your payment gateway doesn't want to work with that trust account anymore because you're like, oh, that's them. You could have, another bank, another trust account. Anyway, there's some great, information that Marie's bringing up in this training to make sure that business operations smooth as glass, right? Not only, no problems. I've been working online for a decade, right? 100% of anything I made financially for the last decade was by donations, right? This is the only work I've done is work to help people online and only with my reputation and proof. And I'm still doing it because my reputation is untarnished. Go check the testimonials, okay? So great question, Marie. Thank you for that. And an easy one. And that's the kind of thing. Listen, Marie, you've got to log into this. You're a current student, okay? Please get into this. The community forum is called a classroom. It's the thing over there on the left when you log in. That's your student portal, right? I'm telling you, there's so much great stuff in there. Please get in there, okay? You're going to love it, all right? Uh, your message is gone. Anyway, you'll love it. Shade, property tax exemption, yes. Is it only for applicable for non-income producing properties? No. Is property tax exemption only used for personal home? No. Rental properties? Yes. Yes. Yeah. This is a cool thing because listen, this is a structure-based solution. Usually, business people, right? I'm a business person, right? 40 years of business and MBA and a master's in accounting. I'm in business rules, right? Uh, okay. What is and that's what I've been trained. All this training, and I'm in business. Okay. So, and all we've been told is, oh, okay, you gotta separate this and that and all, all these rules. If I perform this action, right? Oh, that's gonna trigger some taxable event. This rule's gonna block me. I have this rule, this thing, this dude. Those are for other entity, LLC, S corp, blah blah blah. Okay, they have action-based rules. If you do this, you trigger this, right? This is a structure-based solution. This trust, okay, is so sublime. The wealthy elite did this and hid it from us, but it is sublime. It's so easy, because it's a structure-based solution. So, I'd give away this trading, in more detail. All right, but it's a great question, so I'm going to go into it a little bit, so to assuage your non-confidence. It's so good. So when going to hold real estate in a trust, right? You want to get this property tax exemption. That's what we're looking for, right? So unlike what I just said, oh, your trust name should be first and last name trust if you do business, da da da. And I said there's some exceptions to that, right? Well, for someone and you could have a different trust for different, you can have more than one trust and operate more than one trust for different entities, for different parts of your businesses, and so on, for different reasons. Here's a reason where you might want to do as Marie brought up, and that is she's like, there are some other reasons to have like a church named trust, right? What do you care what your trust name is? You just want it to perform these operations for you tax free. That's all you care about, right? Right. Okay. So, in order to get that property tax, and there are other things, I'm just going over this generally, right? But you would want to name it a church name, especially a Christian church name. You're in America, Christianity is the big one here. And so, you're going to apply at the county level for the county not to get its property taxes. You want to make it super easy for them, don't you? So you put it in a church name. That trust that you're going to be trustee of that's going to hold this property and so on is going to be named like a church, right? And so what does my training say? Okay, you go down to the county and you're like, hi there, the people that always want their taxes, right? You're going to get out of them. It's so wonderful. You go down there, you waltz down there. Hi, I'm a volunteer at my church, and I volunteered to come down and ask you, could I please have the application for property tax exemption for our church? Please? Thank you very much. See, they're like, well, what property? You're like, no, I'm just a volunteer, and I'm just here to get the application for exemption. Please? Thank you very much. I'm a volunteer at my church. And so they can't block you at the desk right there. They give it to you, so you fill it out as a church. It's like, what? How come my church isn't as good as everybody else's church? Easy. So and once you get one approval for that trust, right, then you push it forward on all your other properties. You have the real estate. Boom. Yeah. Our church donates all this, stuff to whatever we decide to donate it to, like every church does. That's the law. See how simple it is. I'm here with all the training to get anything done. All my stuff works 100% because I follow the rules. I follow the laws. The wealthy elite made a pathway for them to get out of taxes and do all this, stuff that you think you have to do. It's just you think you have to do it because you lack some information. You lack some knowledge. That's all. I train you, and then I kick myself out of the game, right? No more cows for you. You know how to do it yourself. Yay. So that was a great question, Shane. Thank you very much for that question. And, of course I have deeper training. If you're getting into that level of, detail and so on, and every real estate investor I've talked to is, their situation is slightly different or whatever. It's good to get, a consult with me too, and just be like, okay, let's because you're what I mean. I want to make sure. I'm like, yeah, let's talk. Let's make sure, and I'll answer it, to your specific exact situation, and you can tell me, yeah, but I got this and that. Okay, okay. So it's good to talk about that. Just, you don't want to have anything on your mind about that level of asset protection and so on. We'll talk, you know, you'll triple, double, quadruple check, and everything's golden, and that's it, okay? Oh, we talked about this. Yes. Oh, okay, Shay. This is okay. We talked about this. So I need to transfer properties into Christian Court Trust so I can apply a state property tax. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Shade. Correct. That is correct. Yes. Yes. All that's correct. Yes. 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 You did all correct, Shade. Yes. That's exactly what you do. Good. Like I said, double, triple check everything like that. No problem. Set up tomorrow for consult. Great. I look forward to our combo, Shade. Wonderful. But yeah, that's it. And so anything outside of that, people have a consult with me. It's like, okay, what are your bullet points? Let's go. And sometimes like my wife is sitting here listening too. I'm like, okay, well, but she's not gonna say anything till later. Like, okay. Uh, anyway, no problem. Great. I look forward to it. No, this is for business people. It's they make it so hard, don't they? Because business is hard anyway. We have to satisfy, our clientele or however you want to say it, right? The business of doing things for people isn't that easy. It's just not. And then they put all this stuff in on it. It's like nearly impossible. So removing this just makes so you can focus on helping people, whatever you do for your work. So that's why we do this. We care that you do that for people, and this whole money thing becomes as easy as possible, and you can get back to the work you are passionate about. Yeah. Mark, no, they're not still doing Liberty Talk Radio. We can't. I tried to do that at Blog Talk Radio, just shut it down. That's why I'm moving. I'm going the Christian ministry route because, first of all, it's true. I do work. I do I do this work for God and so on. It's true. Uh, but second of all, it's a platform, separation of church and state. I can have my beliefs that I have over at my church. You can't block them. You see what I'm saying at the school? It's like, well, that's not true because science or whatever. Well, let me get out of your whole science, BS realm or whatever. I go over to my church and talk about reality, and there you can't block me. So it's just a progression of the censorship and banning of information that I've been under, and also just keep the financial stuff with Liberty Aid, and then put the spiritual work over on Christian Ministries Trust. Okay, good question. I need to. That's why I'm going to start taking this to face in the streets and so on because I'm so blocked online right now. It's just just every platform I go to. So, the school thing is sort of like I've reached the end of what I could get. Like all the square peg I can get in that round hole is in there, and so I got to move this over under. It's just has to be that way in the current situation we have. I'll have to be banned as a Christian minister or whatever. Well, that's going to be a lot harder. You see, it's going to be a lot harder to ban a church from having services and so on and so on. You follow? Okay. And it's going to be real, of course, real truth and real God and so on. But I'm just saying, it's the only way I can do it. I can't. I just get so blocked. I got blocked on Patreon. I get blocked on it. Blocked. Because I get my team to put in effort and work and so on. It just gets crushed. So it's very debilitating, disheartening for the people that put in such dedicated effort to this, including myself. I don't like to, put out my information. It's like, okay, that was a waste. I have to put it somewhere where it can remain, where it can be useful to people, where it can do it, People can count on me doing it week after week, like they can here. You can count on me here. It's just kind of like, oh, this stuff's a piece of cake. It's easy. As far as teachability, and it works for everyone, the interaction and so on. And this other work I'm passionate about, I'm pushing over there for just the reason Mark had a question about. Thanks for asking about that, Mark. But no, I'm not gonna. They're not gonna shut me up. I just have to move it over. All right. But yeah, I think I got this thing pretty well figured. And the people, my confidants, my people, and my spiritual advisor and my wife both say you got to take this out there, this whole work. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. And they kind of told me to do this a while ago when I wrote my book and so on. But it's so hard when I'm in the middle of it creating, because I just finished the inner circle. I mean the new mentor program and everything. So now I can see separating it off and so on does make sense as far as being able to deliver the information regularly, so it just doesn't get shut down. It's just so difficult. The truth is so censored here. It's so. This is just an evolution of my work and also an evolution of being able to keep the message available to people. Okay, so that's why I'm moving it over there. Uh, Thank you for that, Mark. Marie, as an interior designer, can I use a very simple church name like Divine Trust for my church so my clients don't freak out? LOL. No, it really isn't because, you know, they're not going to freak out. It's just, they don't, it's a back end thing. You see what I'm saying? You could be blah, 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 design, you're Marie Verma, interior designer, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't happen until they just slide their card or something. It's like, oh, this goes under, if they even see it or notice it. It's such a back end thing that, I just, for that reason, see, Marie, you don't use your church name for that. You use your first and last name trust, and they won't be freaking out because that's your name. You don't use, using a church name trust is for a specific reason, not that reason, okay? Is for, like we just talked about, what Shane had a question about. He had a question about, and listen, this back and forth like this is what happens in that classroom on the community forum here I'm talking about. You got to get in there because this back and forth, you get your full answers to your question, back and forth until you got it like, oh, I got it nailed. Okay? So, anyway, so your clients don't freak out. Your first and last name trust. That's what you'll be using for that. Uh, what Shane asks about is, property tax exception. Oh, see how getting a church name can be useful in that situation? Notice I didn't even say church bank account. I said church name for a trust. But all that training is in there, how to do that, okay? Got to get in the mentor program and train. Then you know all what I'm just telling you. Uh, so, or if you're a little unsure about things, get a consult. But I'm telling you, almost no one needs me for that anymore. It's beautiful. Use me. Yeah, people do need me, and I recommend it when needed. But you can really ask so many questions. I really like it too when you ask questions in the classroom area, the student forum, because it's there forever for other people to, they're gonna have the same question. What about this? Okay, boom. And then, in the future, you'd be like, well, let me see, you're in the forum. Let me click on the topic, property tax. Click, you just read it all. You're like, I know exactly how to do this. You see? But not just the training, but from people's experience, because they'll be like, what about this? What about this? Da, 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 da. You just read it. That becomes so easy. So please use that area for your own information, because people have already asked a lot of these questions. What you're asking me and stuff like that. You get it there, you read it. It's like, oh, piece of cake. I love it. Okay, Mark, really enjoyed that. Thank you for your continuous efforts. Yes, I really benefited in so many ways, Mark. Happy to help, and I keep trying. I'm gonna keep not just keep trying. I'm gonna keep doing. I am able to get this information out. It's just the spiritual information has to be cast off, and this dead information has to be cast off into another realm. So when you get to the school, it's like, we don't do that anymore. You have to go here, and we'll have a link, you know? Like, sorry, we don't do that, sold out course anymore. You have to click on, you have to go here, click, and then you go there, and you can get it. You see? We are going to solve these little things, and going in this church direction does solve some things like this, the issue of censorship and getting the truth out for one. So let's keep going here, okay? So we're doing the business crash course, right? Today. That's what. Whoops. Stay in place, please. Try to move me. Ah, we're not great at tech. Not really. Okay, so this trust, you start it, you open it, hooray, you get an EIN. It's automatically 501c3 exempt, right? And it's a non-reporting exemption. Immediately upon obtaining the EIN, it's automatically has 501c3 status. So it already has the status. You open the bank account, boom, non-reporting 501c3 nonprofit status. Hooray! It becomes so easy to use this. Let's get me out of the way here, okay? So I went over this with a real example, but it's really easy. You open up a trust bank account. That's it. Okay, so it's like, okay, all I got to do is move money through there. No more taxes, no more reporting. That's it. That's it. This is a structure-based solution. You only need this trust bank account and use it for any business. That's it. You're out of taxes forever. And then all you have to do is connect the bank account with your, sale, whatever, your payment gateway. How do those connect, right? I use PayPal, I use Stripe, I use Shopify, I use eBay, Poshmark, on and on we go, right? Coinbase, on and on, right? Off we go with the names and however people are doing business, right? I posted a lot of proof that I was able to successfully get accounts in many places, but I don't do every type of business for every platform and so on. That's why, again, the classroom is really good because it's like, oh, hey, I got on this platform, yay, like for example, like somebody had like a crypto type name or something like that. It asked about. So you could do crypto many accounts. Where can I get accounts? That's all listed. Somebody went and got like 7 accounts in different crypto places and so on. It's there. It's so good. So anyway, you connect the payment gateway. Okay, it's a back end thing. Nothing changes with your business at all. Nothing changed for your clients. Every business is good. Nothing changed. The only thing changed is your payment gateway and your bank account. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, people pay me a check. Okay, make check on your invoice. Where it says make check payable to, it'll just say your trust name, and that's what make the check payable to for your business. So that's it. Very, very simple. Okay, very simple. So this is the business crash course. That's how easy it is to get any business completely tax free. Isn't it wonderful how easy it is? So you got to check out our testimonials. We have proof for a decade. Go take a look. Yay. Uh, other other schools, right? They don't have any proof of stuff. You should be very concerned about going to schools that don't have proof. Uh, what did Dee Dee say? You saved my life, even though it doesn't look like much has changed. Everything has changed, right? Your life is still using a debit card. I still am at the same bank. My business is still the same. Yet, no taxes, no reporting, all this free stuff. And it's totally invisible. It's just like I'm still just driving around. Everything's the same. Yay. Greg says, Liberty Aid Academy's support has been vital in the creation of this trust. Any questions or concerns they answered The whole community has been a big support. The proverbial weight or fear has been lifted and will be continued with all of John's work. And Greg did, and that's been wonderful. Everyone comes through, does all our work, and off they go and live their life, and everything's great, you know? It's wonderful. Let's 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 uh let's do this dude live. So if you still have any questions or anything, put them in the chat now. But if you get them later, if you're watching this recorded or what have you, write us an email. Okay, contact at Liberty Aid Academy. Go watch our YouTube channel. I've got you know hundreds of videos. I have thousands. A lot of them are coursework and so on that are private and so on. But go watch our public videos. They've been around a long time. Okay, uh, I've had proof for so long. It's amazing, and it remains. Okay, and then we have all our testimonials and so on. So go do your due diligence. Check us out. Realize that we provide proof. There's no concerns. There's no worries. Nothing like that. Yeah, doing this a long time, and it's so great to be able to really help people. Being an accountant, it was just it seemed like it was the most horrible work on earth, right? We got to help you reduce your taxes. Yeah, I helped you reduce your taxes to zero, and the government pays you money now in lots of different ways. So that's this accountant's outcome of accounting for helping people. So that's what we do here. If you have any questions, any thoughts, email, please be on at Monday at 7 for the Trust Crash Course. All right. We're going to be making some changes and some of this over the next weeks and months. Look for this mutual information to go over to another website and to have some additions and so on, some availability and some information over there. And the school information is just so, let's see, what's a good word for it? Seasoned. How about that? Uh, it's worked for so long, so well for everyone that we now just have to make, and we continue to do this. We're not focused on improving the work and the oh, this works better for this stuff and so on. No, 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 actually we're not. It's just making it easier for you to interact with and learn the information, and really we're focused on making it more affordable for you. As my time in this becomes less and we need less team professional effort because your trading is better and you don't need us as much, we just are trying to make it more affordable. That's all we're doing is make your time as a student easier and cost you less both in time and money. That's obviously that's what my focus of my work is you getting back more time and money, right? In the form of this whole financial winning and hacking the financial game. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Any other thoughts or questions? We're here. Okay? We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We've been here a decade. Go be here for another decade, etc. Okay? Everything's fine. There's no concerns. We have the proof. Just following the law. We're following the rules. We're following what's possible. What creates no blowback for you, no headaches for anyone, makes it easy for everyone. That's the only reason we're here. Okay? And again, I'm donating at 100% of all proceeds that I do. All my financial work is now donated 100% to my Christian charity work. 100% to my Christian charity, Christian Ministry Trust. 100% is donated. Everything over expenses, Christian Ministry Trust is going to get all that. And that's all for that charity work, only exclusively just for charity work. That's all. Okay? And thank you for the support. If we can help you with any of this at Liberty Aid Academy, that's why we're here. That's why I've done this work, is to make it all available for you. All right? Isn't business hard enough? Come on. It's so hard. Oh, we're going to raise the price on everything. We're going to do that every day forever. Yeah. No. You're never going to raise the price of taxes on me because I'm never paying them again. Come on. And I'm going to get all that time back. See, this is the only real thing that you can use in your business that's not a risk. You see, this is going to deliver for you forever. Okay, I've reduced my expenses forever. I've reduced the time I have to put in my business because I don't have to do this whole tax thing and tax forms and hire an accountant and all that stuff. I don't have to do that anymore. The rest of your work is a business risk, but this is not. You see? So get the thing that gives you the most payback done immediately. Get your trust open. Then you get the rest of our course where, hey, how do I build that credit? I need that too. Where's that free money? All that, right? Do all that. It gives you immediate payback. Immediate. And it's never going to give you costs more. No, it's never going to do that. It's always going to be money in your pocket and nobody going out to the IRS forever and all the other state tax exemptions you may want to apply for and get that pertain to you. You could do that too. All right. The only time you're going to be filling out applications and forms is, I want some of that free money. I want to get exempted from this. You see? Then it's like, well, if you're giving me money, I might fill out a form. If it was to give you money, I'm not really into it. You see, so it's a complete different way to do business. Business is about making money, not giving away money, right? So this is a way to keep that money. The IRS says it's legal. Don't pay them money. Don't give them forms. So why are you doing it? It's really simple. Don't do it, right? Upgrade your business. Upgrade your business immediately because, the day you do this is the day, yay, no more taxes, no more reporting. That day. It's not happening today because you didn't do it yet. So the sooner you do this, the sooner your business changes forever. It gets easier every year forever. Okay? All right. If you need us, we're here to help you. Thank you for the questions, the feedback. That was a good one. I hope I gave you practical information. I look forward to our combo tomorrow in the consult. I think it was Shade. And everyone else, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you Thursday, 7 p.m. for the Trust Crash Course. All right. Business people, I'm here Monday at noon. What are you going to do with your week? You get rid of taxes? You get to learn all these free hacks? What could you possibly be doing that's better than this and more fun than this? Come on, each time you do something, it's like, I'm getting more money in. I'm paying the government less. It's so great, right? I didn't have to go do more work. I got to pay less, and they're sending me money. Yay, that means less work all around, right? No fear, just believe. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And God bless you all, too. Okay, so thanks for being here. Email us if you have any